Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is the Looney Zoo's premium hand poke tattoo kit, and we're gonna today go over how to actually set up your workstation, get all the items in the kit ready to go, and actually do a small little smiley face hand poke tattoo kit on one of these spare extra silicone tattoo skins that I have. Before you do anything, you're gonna wanna put your gloves on. Take one of your medical fiberglass sheets and place that down. This is gonna be your workstation. Put those items all on your workstation to get everything nice and ready. And this is a spare silicone skin. This comes in our super premium kit and some of our accessory kits. I definitely recommend using a silicone skin to practice some of your hand poke tattooing before you actually go into real human canvas skin. So what we like to do with our ink, you'll see the cup is right here. Some of the issues with the cups is if they're not secure onto the sheet, they can move around. Worse is if you knock it over and you spill your ink out. That sucks, it's a big mess to clean up. So what we do to avoid that is you take some of your A&D ointment, you'll take the bottom cap of the actual ink cup and you'll slide and pinch just a little bit onto the bottom, just like this, almost like a glue adherence, and you'll place that down to the spot where you want it to go, and now you'll see it doesn't knock over, it doesn't slide around, it doesn't move. It's nice, safe, secure, and stationary. We're gonna take our ink and we're going to fill up our ink cup. Now, I always recommend with these ink cups filled up at least halfway. Squeeze, get a bunch of the ink in there. And you'll see I have that about halfway filled up. We need to get our tool ready to use. So today we're gonna be using a 9RL needle because today we're gonna be just doing a simple, nice little outline. Here's the needles. Always use a clean, safe, sterile, non-open, non-used needle. So you'll see it's got the hoop opening on the top and then the needle on the bottom. And you'll see the needle's adhered on one side. The deeper part of the needle is gonna be what goes down into the chamber on the tool. So first what you'll have to do is you're gonna have to take the circular part of the needle's end and place that over the rubber grommet. And you'll see it's a little bit of a tight fit. And so what you kinda have to do is twist it around till it gets over there. And you'll see once that's on there, the needle's on there secure, it won't fall off. Slide it around and you're gonna press it into the channel on the tool, making sure everything's in there nice and secure. And you'll see once it's tapped in, it's nice, secure, stationary, it's not going anywhere, it doesn't wiggle or rattle or anything. You can press it down, there's no rattling. But this isn't the final setup for this tool. You can use it right now as is, but we wanna make this tool as comfortable as possible because hand poke tattooing can be a bit of a process. So with that, we're gonna take our medical cloth sheets, and what we're gonna do is create a more comfortable, secure grip at the bottom of this tool kit. And you'll see now that this tool is ready to go. It's a nice, comfortable grip, and we're pretty much, at this point, almost ready to rock. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear our canvas of any hair or any bad stuff like that. So with this canvas, even though this is a silicone skin, we're gonna pretend like we're gonna shave it with our disposable shaving kit. And we're just gonna go ahead and shave this canvas. I'm gonna take my little marker right here. Since I'm doing a small little smiley face, I'm actually gonna take the fine point and we're gonna do a little smiley face. There is the new smiley face that I just did with the marker right there. So the last thing that you'll need to have before you get ready, and this is basically the one item that's not included in this kit, is you're gonna need a soapy water solution. This is gonna be used to basically wipe off excess ink during your tattoo process. So I have my tool, secure, comfortable, ready to rock. I've got my ink right here. Enough ink to dip the tool pleasantly deep into, right? So the whole bottom tip is covered. Now you're gonna use your fingers. Typically, you're gonna take your 2 fingers on the canvas and stretch the skin out as best as you can. And then you're gonna go and press, and you're gonna definitely press to the point where you actually feel the needle puncture through the skin. Okay. And I like to say somewhere between 5 to 7, 8 pokes maximum before you have to go in and actually refill on your ink. We like to come at the angle of attack at roughly a 45-degree angle, but basically just angle the tool so that way you can see, instead of being right over it like this where you can't see the actual tip, angle it to the side. That way you can see where every single poke delivers ink into the skin. And take your time in making sure that all those pokes connect. You don't want to have a super splotchy or dotty looking outline. So now, what you'll see before I do any sort of wipe off, there's this sort of big, blotchy looking smiley face, right? You haven't seen me wipe off any of the ink. That's some of the excess ink that didn't get punctured into the skin or to the silicone skin. Now we need to go to wipe that off. And you'll see that for that first little go, for the 9RL, for a small little smiley face, I'm just about dialed in, done. Now, perfectionists like myself are gonna go through, get really close, look at where all my dots are, and then most likely do a second or third round on there just to make sure that my line and consistency and pokes are all clean and clear. All right, that's my second round at it. Clean off my canvas. And now you should see I have a nice, proper, clean little smiley face right there, done with our 9RL needle. So now that the tattoo's all done, we need to be sure to keep it safe and clean. We're gonna take a little bit of our Tattoo A&D ointment. You're gonna put a little bit of this ointment on. Allow this thing to breathe. If you can, ideally you're not covering it up, but just keeping it clean and safe. And basically, 3 to 5 times a day, you're gonna put that ointment on there to keep the tattoo healing and basically getting nice, clean, and safe. And in about 5 to 7 days, this small little smiley face will be a nice, perfect, done hand poke tattoo. If there are any other questions on that, please don't hesitate to reach out. Obviously, when you're done with all your items, put them away, dispose of them cleanly. You're not gonna reuse needles, you're not gonna reuse ink. Everything about tattooing is meant to be safe, sterile, and as clean as possible. So appreciate you guys joining us today on how to use the premium hand poke tattoo kits by the Looney Zoo. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at theinfo@looneyzoo.com. We're more than happy to help. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And with that, cheers, happy tattooing.